Exclusive contract novel from Feilu Novel Network. Let you be a Javelin, do you develop anti-tank missiles? Sun Hang has opened a small military supplies store through time travel, live streaming and promoting products online every day. One day, a fan sent a customized request. Boss, I want to customize 50 Javelins at a unit price of 150. For Sun Hang's military product store, this is a big order, but the unit price is a bit low. Sun Hang had no choice but to activate the strongest customization system. Military Javelin rocket launcher. Shoulder-mounted anti-tank missile, capable of attacking the top, capable of countering armed helicopters, customized low-price solution for 150 yuan. Antimatter thruster plus recoilless instant rocket launcher plus focal plane thermal imaging self-aiming module. The next day, when Sun Hang gave a customized plan for live streaming, netizens were all dumbfounded. Anchor, is it possible that the Javelin he mentioned is a sports event? The kind he threw by hand. General Staff Equipment Department. With a 500mm caliber and a scope, do you think this is a sniper? Energy Institute. Can you still customize controllable nuclear fusion, as a military product store? Sun Hang. As long as you dare to decide, I can make it for you. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Can you pat garlic? Seeking freshness. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1. Can you pat garlic? Seeking flowers, evaluation tickets, monthly tickets. Hello everyone, welcome to Sun Hang's military products store. Sun Hang's military products are as strong as a rock. Next, I will launch our store's treasure, the multifunctional military shovel. Sun Hang, a military product store anchor, is working hard to promote his new batch of military shovels in the afternoon. My multifunctional military shovel, in addition to its traditional excavation function, has serrations on this side that can be used as a saw blade in the wild. At the same time, the shovel part is made of 304 stainless steel and can be used as a cooking utensil in the wild. After finishing speaking, Sun Hang took out an alcohol lamp and put some oil on top of the military shovel, beating an egg. In a short time, the golden egg cake was cooked. Sun Hang is still struggling to continue introducing his main product for today. In addition, the other side of this military shovel can serve as a kitchen knife. After speaking, Sun Hang directly struggled with a carrot, clicked it a few times, and cut it into thin slices. I personally welded every weld seam of this shovel. If you like it, please place an order. As Sun Hang continued speaking, the barrage in the next moment's live broadcast room was filled with. Anchor, can you shoot garlic with your military shovel? I can't take photos, but I don't want to buy. Sun Hang was taken aback and quickly nodded, saying, a soldier shovel that can beat and can't beat garlic is not a good shovel. At present, Sun Hang quickly took out a few cloves of garlic from under the table. With a snap, the garlic was smashed into mud. This military shovel is made of 3-layer composite steel, which can pat garlic and ensure continuous. Then in the live broadcast room, I saw Sun Hang holding a military shovel and constantly patting garlic. Soon, the cutting board was covered in garlic peels. Seeing Sun Hang's military shovel, it was indeed possible to shoot garlic, and many fans in the live broadcast room breathed a slight sigh of relief. Sun Hang, this military shovel looks much stronger than those brands of kitchen knives on the market. Those kitchen knife manufacturers still say that the method of using knives to pat garlic, which has been used by the people of Longwa for thousands of years, is wrong and cannot be used directly to pat garlic. They also say that Michelin chefs abroad do not use this method to pat garlic. What is Michelin? Is it ice cream? The Michelin upstairs is made of tires. I just bought 2 wheels from his family last week, and recently opened a new restaurant. I sell tires downstairs and cook vegetables upstairs. Not bad, the military shovel made by Sun Heng has 108 uses. It can not only be used as a vegetable cutter, but also as an iron pot. It can even be used as a bottle driver, a screwdriver, and many other uses. The price is not expensive. What else are you saying? Hurry up and place your order. Just when Sun Heng saw that the 50 military shovels he had made today were quickly sold out, he breathed a slight sigh of relief. Sun Heng has been traveling from Earth to the parallel spacetime of this blue star for over 10 years. After graduating from Sun Heng Technical School, he directly opened a small military product store and became a live streamer. Of course, these military products were personally processed and produced by Sun Heng in the workshop behind him. Just as Sun Heng was about to air, the next moment he noticed a fan leaving him a message. Sun Heng, I am a teacher from the National University of Defense Science and Technology. I wonder if you still accept customized orders on your end. Sun Heng sells some self-processed military products, such as Swiss military knives or military shovels. We also accept some customized orders. Of course, most of these people who come to Sun Heng for customization are also looking for his good craftsmanship, and he has always upheld the quality of military industry with guaranteed quality. Sun Heng naturally knew each other. This teacher from the National University of Defense Science and Technology has bought himself many things before. And he also gave himself a lot of rewards, which can be considered his top brother on the list. I naturally need to take Brother Bang's instructions seriously. Sun Heng quickly replied to the message, accepting customized requirements on his own side. Quickly, the other party sent out their own customization request. I want to customize 50 javelins at a unit price of 150 yuan. Can you see if you can make them? Upon hearing these words, Sun Heng's eyebrows immediately furrowed. I opened it myself, but it's a small military product store. The other party is still a teacher from the National University of Defense Science and Technology, and they are also related to military products. National University of Defense Technology is the highest institution for cultivating research and development talents in the military, and many military industry talents have come from here to various research institutes. When Sun Heng was taking the college entrance examination, his first choice was to apply to the National University of Defense Science and Technology. He is just a scumbag, he didn't even get into an ordinary university. Finally, I went to a technical school. It's the order from the top-ranked guy, 150 yuan, with a slightly lower unit price. In the field of military products, it is well known that the Javelin is a shoulder-mounted anti-tank missile developed by Lighthouse in the 1990s. The Javelin has actually been constantly being developed and improved, and is still in use today, making it a killer of tanks. You can also use anti-helicopter technology. However, Sun Heng once calculated that shoulder-mounted anti-tank and anti-aircraft missiles such as Javelins and Stingers would cost at least nearly 100,000 yuan. The big brother on this list gave a unit price of 150 yuan directly, which is too low. Even a regular shell may cost more than 150 yuan. In addition to the missile part, the Javelin anti-tank missile also needs a shoulder-mounted rocket launcher. In addition, the Javelin anti-tank missile also needs to have precise guidance function. You can directly target the turret of the tank in top attack mode. In addition, the range of the Javelin reaches 2 kilometers, which places a great demand on its propulsion system. Even armed helicopters that can directly raid aerial flights in hidden places. These technologies combined are not something that 150 yuan can meet. But Sun Heng has a system. At present, Sun Heng directly replied that the custom requirement of making 50 javelins for 150 yuan can be met. That national defense teacher is also straightforward. Directly transferring the full payment of 7,500 yuan to Sun Heng's account. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking monthly tickets, seeking rewards, seeking comments, thank you for your support. Chapter 2. The strongest customization system, seeking flowers, commenting. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Chapter 2. The strongest customized system, seeking flowers, evaluation tickets, monthly tickets. Sun Heng was directly immersed in his own system. Activate system. The strongest customization system has been launched. Please input custom key elements for the host. Sun Heng thought about it and inputted several elements such as shoulder style, ability to attack the top, and self-aiming. System. Customized solution development in progress. Customized task list completed. Low price of 150 yuan, customized Javelin anti-tank missile solution. Anti-material thruster plus recoilless instant rocket launcher plus focal plane thermal imaging self-aiming module. On the second day, it wasn't until noon that Sun Heng's live streaming sales resumed. When Sun Heng started his live broadcast, the fans in the live broadcast room were all excited one by one. Previously, brother Sun Heng used to carry goods indoors. His small and dilapidated military goods store looked shabby from those shelves. Why did you actually go outdoors to sell products today? Is this going to be an outdoor live broadcast? Sun Heng, this is a park, right? I seem to know where it is. Now I'll go over and watch Sun Heng's live broadcast on site. Suddenly, many netizens became interested. More netizens are in the same city as Sun Heng, and many people are driving directly to that park. After Sun Heng adjusted his phone, he immediately appeared on camera and greeted everyone. Hello everyone, yesterday my small shop received a large order. Is Mr. Ma, who is riding a donkey, here? If he is, he will be deducted 1. Mr. Ma, the teacher from the National University of Defense Science and Technology, quickly deducted a 1 in the reply section. See your big clients here. At present, Sun Heng's face was filled with some complaints. Mr. Ma, who is riding a donkey, is also a loyal customer of Sun Heng's military products store. To be honest, I didn't really want to take on your order originally. Why? Because the price is too cheap. The price of a javelin is only 150 yuan. If it weren't for considering that you are a loyal customer and have placed an order for 50 javelins, I really wouldn't be willing to take on this job. The profit is too low. But everyone is already in old relationships, so this time I'll just sell at a small profit margin. Seeing Sun Heng's embarrassed constipation expression. With the appearance of an unscrupulous businessman, the netizens below immediately became boiling. Mr. Ma, who is riding a donkey, often buys things from Sun Heng. So many people have met Mr. Ma riding a donkey offline. Everyone has their own small circle. Many people know that Mr. Ma, who is riding a donkey, is a teacher in the logistics department of the National University of Defense Technology, and the university is currently hosting a new student sports meet. As an Olympic sport, Javelin is naturally one of the main events of this National Defense University Games. So Mr. Ma, who was riding a donkey, trusted Sun Heng's skills more and asked him to make 50 wooden iron-headed sports equipment and javelins. Many netizens know about this order, but when they heard Sun Heng say that a javelin costs 150 yuan, Sun Heng still thought it was cheap. Many netizens are somewhat dissatisfied. The javelin doesn't have much technical content, it's just a wooden cake with an iron head. The core technology is the weight ratio between the iron head and the wooden handle. When a good javelin is held at the golden ratio, it can allow athletes to fly a longer range when throwing the javelin. Is this expensive? I can't figure it out. Many netizens will directly process it as long as they have tools. How much does a wooden handle cost? Adding an iron head is estimated to cost several tens of yuan. How could Sun Heng say that 150 yuan is still cheaper? This is an unscrupulous businessman. Upon seeing the rebuttal from netizens in the comments section, Sun Heng immediately curled his lips and said, "You people are just not in charge of your own family and don't know how expensive the daily necessities are. I'll give you a careful calculation. Is the price of the 150 yuan javelin too low? Although the Javelin is a portable weapon and a type of individual equipment, it is also a weapon equipment. Firstly, for the shoulder-mounted anti-tank missile like the Javelin, you need to have a thruster. The traditional gunpowder thruster needs to push a warhead with a total weight of 22.5 kilograms, a diameter of 114 millimeters, and a length of 957 millimeters to a range of 2 kilometers. And it must also reach a vertical penetration depth of 500 millimeters through the steel armor, which is more than 150 yuan, right? In addition, the missile's guidance system has a focal plane thermal imaging automatic navigation and aiming function, which is much more precise in terms of accuracy and navigation distance than the navigation in our mobile phones. Think about it, the cheapest phone nowadays costs over 1,000 to a few hundred yuan. What good phone can you buy for 150 yuan? Just targeting the navigation module is more than 150 yuan. In addition, there is a shoulder-mounted anti-tank rocket launcher, which must have sufficient airtightness and strength to successfully push out a 22.5 kilogram warhead. It also needs to be lightweight, so even ordinary people can carry it on their shoulders and run around. The materials inside are quite complex, the simplest of which is to use titanium alloy materials. However, as we all know, titanium alloy materials are even more precious than gold, even if they are not willing to be used on airplanes. Can you calculate that this cost of 150 yuan can withstand it? So, Mr. Ma, who is riding a donkey, if it weren't for the fact that you are a loyal customer, what I meant by your order today was that I couldn't accept anything. Not to mention the price of Javelin anti-tank missiles, you can't even buy Stinger defense missiles. The unit price is too cheap. If it weren't for placing 50 orders at once, I really wouldn't want to take this order. Upon hearing what Sun Heng said, the entire comments section was immediately filled with excitement. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking monthly tickets, seeking rewards, seeking comments, thank you for your support. Chapter 3. The highest realm of doing business, seeking flowers. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 3. The highest realm of doing business, seeking flowers, evaluation tickets, monthly tickets, the entire comments section is boiling. Nima, let you make a throwing javelin. Are you going to make a Javelin anti-tank missile? After crying out for poverty and selling a miserable life, Sun Heng saw that he had already laid the groundwork. After all, doing business is about making customers feel like they are still making a profit from buying from you. This is the highest level of doing business. And Sun Heng has been striving towards this goal. Although the most customized system has provided me with a solution, in reality, a 150 yuan Javelin missile may only cost me around 90 yuan. Sun Heng's net profit from this order is around 2,000 yuan. Last night, Sun Heng was still secretly enjoying himself under the covers. However, at this moment, Sun Heng still had a constipated expression on his face. In the next moment, Sun Heng felt as if he had beaten chicken blood. Simply adjust the lens to the nearby open space. At the same time, Sun Heng's hoarse and vigorous shouting sounded in the live broadcast room. However, Mr. Ma, who is riding a donkey, please deduct 666 directly from me next. Despite facing cost pressures, I still made the Javelin shoulder-mounted anti-tank missile you wanted. The cost is directly controlled at 150 yuan per. Other netizens, if you understand, please applaud. After saying these words, Sun Heng went straight to a nearby table. There is something covered with military green camouflage cloth on the desktop. At the next moment, Sun Henghua lifted the military green camouflage cloth with a loud bang. A shoulder-mounted anti-tank rocket launcher appeared directly in front of all the netizens in the live broadcast room. Immediately after, Sun Heng's voice, as if he had beaten chicken blood, pointed to the shoulder-mounted rocket launcher in front of him and began to introduce. Javelin anti-tank missile, a portable weapon for the army, is lightweight and has a small body, including guidance systems and firing control components, weighing approximately 22.7 kilograms. Equipped with passive target recognition, firing control components, and integrated day, 9x, and night, 9.19x, high-precision sights. The launch tube weighs 4.1 kilograms and has a diameter of 142.1 centimeters. Equipped with a dual warhead design, it detonates the surface protection of the target, while the other warhead penetrates the armor and causes deep damage. Each system has two types of performance. One can attack armored vehicle roofs, and the other can attack helicopters and bunkers. It can meet the requirements of attacking helicopters flying at speeds of 150.200 km per hour. Sagittarius can use shooting methods such as standing, kneeling, lying, and sitting. The anti-tank missile I customized for Mr. Ma, who is riding a donkey, uses an antimatter thruster and a recoilless rocket launcher. Just throw it away after use. Simultaneously using a focal plane thermal imaging self-aiming module. The range has reached 20 kilometers. Higher accuracy, with a penetration depth of up to 1000 millimeters. Brother Bongi, please give me a 666 directly. Other netizens, please applaud if you understand. At this moment, the netizens in the live broadcast room brought out this big guy to Sun Hang. Especially the real anti-tank missiles painted with military green on the surface were all stunned, not to mention Brother Bang, Mr. Ma, who was riding a donkey, was stiff in front of his phone. As a teacher at the National University of Defense Technology, he naturally knows about Javelin anti-tank missiles. After all, the Weapon Research Institute of the National University of Defense Technology has also studied equipment systems similar to Sun Hang's Javelin shoulder-mounted anti-tank missile. It is obvious that Sun Hang just mentioned that his developed shoulder-mounted anti-tank missile has a range of 20 kilometers, which is nearly 10 times that of the Institute of Ordnance Research at the University of National Defense Technology, which has a range of 2 kilometers. The most crucial thing is the shoulder-mounted anti-tank missile studied by the Ordnance Research Institute costs nearly 100,000 yuan. And Sun Hang actually said it's only 150 yuan here. This low cost is simply outrageous. Because I was startled by the shoulder-mounted anti-tank missile suddenly revealed by Sun Hang, the originally lively comment section was instantly quiet and the needle could be heard. Not even a comment. After all, everyone originally only wanted Sun Hang to create a javelin with a wooden handle for throwing sports events. Unexpectedly, Sun Hang took out a big guy directly. Javelin anti-tank missiles. This has refreshed everyone's understanding. Sun Hang shouted vigorously for a while. Quickly leaned into the phone, and when I saw the quiet comment section, I couldn't hold my breath. It seems that everyone still doesn't believe in my craftsmanship. Next, I will show you what a 150 yuan anti-tank missile is. At the next moment, Sun Hang picked up the shoulder-mounted anti-tank missile directly from the table. Then he opened the nearby sight. There is a mineral water bottle more than 100 meters ahead of Sun Hang. After Sun Hang directly adjusted the focal plane self-aiming module, he aimed at the mineral water bottle 100 meters away. At the next moment, Sun Hang simply pulled the trigger. In the live broadcast footage, they immediately saw the shoulder-mounted rocket launcher carried by Sun Hang, with scorching flames shooting out from the tail. The shell with a radius of 110 millimeters in the next moment will fly directly from Sun Hang's muzzle. After launching the shoulder-mounted anti-tank missile, Sun Hang threw the rocket launcher in his hand to the side. Then he quickly took out his phone and chased after the target 100 meters away. Comrades, the shoulder-mounted Javelin anti-tank missile I made for 150 yuan. This time, the warhead adopts the armor-piercing projectile mode, which is actually an iron pipe. So Mr. Ma, who is riding a donkey, if you need to replace other combat units in the future, we need to add money. As he spoke, Sun Hang had already run 100 meters away with his phone. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking monthly tickets, seeking rewards, seeking comments, thank you for your support. Chapter 4. Be clever when stepping on a sewing machine, seeking. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4 Be clever when stepping on the sewing machine, seeking flowers, evaluation tickets, monthly tickets. At this moment, everyone saw an iron rod directly inserted into the soil from the top of the mineral water outlet. The mineral water bottle has long been torn apart, falling into pieces on the side. Sun Hang is only using the armor-piercing mode. If other warheads are placed, the estimated effect can be imagined. Suddenly, the entire live broadcast room was in a state of uproar. Many people originally thought that Sun Hang was a sensationalist, but at this time, he was also shocked by Sun Hang's anti-tank missile. An incredible expression flashed on his face. At this moment, Sun Hang was quite proud and returned directly to his live broadcast room, saying, "I will ask Mr. Ma, who is riding a donkey, that I have customized and developed this 150 yuan Javelin anti-tank missile for you. Are you completely satisfied?" At this moment, Mr. Ma, who was riding a donkey, said leisurely after a while, "Anchor, can I return the customized order I placed with you now? Buying things from you, Tainima, is so scary." As soon as Sun Hang heard that Brother Bang wanted to return the order, he became anxious. A total of 50 javelins for 150 yuan, 7,500 yuan. Excluding costs, one can still earn 2,500 on their own. This is a big job. If this order is lost, the loss will be quite significant. At present, Sun Hang quickly chased Mr. Ma, who was riding a donkey, and asked where he was dissatisfied. "I can still customize according to your requirements. If you're not satisfied with Javelin anti-tank missiles, I can also customize Stinger anti-aircraft missiles for you." The warhead has a length of 152.5 millicentimeters, a radius of 7 centimeters, and a weight of 1 kilogram. The missile's air defense range can reach 3.5 kilometers, and the launch altitude can reach 3 kilometers. The price can still be cheaper. I can achieve 99 yuan and 8 yuan. Upon hearing what Sun Hang said, all netizens immediately became numb. Good guy. You can not only make Javelin anti-tank missiles. You can actually make Stinger anti-aircraft missiles. You're such a criminal. Seeing that all the comment sections below are refreshed, you are truly despicable. Sun Hang was even more perplexed by Master Zhang Er. The price of 99 yuan and 8 yuan is already cheap enough. Are this batch of buyers so picky? At this moment, a netizen spoke up. "Anchor, is it possible that the javelin he mentioned is a sports event? A wooden handle with an iron head, thrown directly by hand on the field of competition." After hearing this comment, Sun Hang was immediately stunned. Many netizens in the live broadcast room just burst into laughter when they saw Sun Hang's expression. Sun Hang is too awesome. The client originally ordered him a javelin for a sports event for 150 yuan, but he's not good. Since he made a javelin and an anti-tank missile directly for someone, is this farting in his pocket? He just threw it in two directions. And I can only say that Sun Hang, the little brother Sai Gao, can make a 150 yuan anti-tank missile that you can do. I can only say that he is either a genius or a lunatic. I tend to think that Brother Sun Hang is a genius. After all, I use his military shovel to shoot garlic. Thief 6, how can he keep shooting? The next time Mr. Ma rode a donkey, he also said leisurely, "Sun Hang, our National Defense University is holding a sports meeting, and I would like to customize some javelins for the competition. I originally thought I would get to know you very well and place the order with you, so that you could make some profit. Your small store has a bit of revenue. Now it seems that not only have you made progress, but you may also need to go in. Sun Hang, after entering, be more clever when stepping on the sewing machine. Don't make such a fuss again, take care." The comment section for the next moment is very neat, all filled with the word, "Take care of Sun Hang." In just a moment, the 999 floor was refreshed. At this moment, Sun Hang's face turned pale with iron. I just want to curse out loud. I own a military goods store that sells Swiss military knives, military backpacks, and military equipment such as military shovels. You said that a teacher from National University of Defense wants to buy a javelin for sports events. What order did you place at your own military supplies store? Go find a sports goods store. Isn't this misleading oneself? Sun Hang was about to argue a few words, but the next moment the scene in his live broadcast room suddenly went black. The signal was directly cut off before Sun Hang could react on what was going on. There was a sudden sound from the helicopter above his head. Sun Hang looked up with some confusion and immediately saw the helicopter above him, which was a military green helicopter. Next to the helicopter, there are several words for Special Operations Teams. The sound of an alarm bell drove straight towards the open space in Sun Hang's park. Sun Hang vaguely saw several bulletproof cars behind the police car. Next to them are the words Special Service Team, printed by the printer. It is obvious that these are all vehicles of the Special Forces. Sleeping trough, it's not really coming to catch me, is it? I am innocent. The customer wants to customize a 150 yuan Javelin anti-tank missile, which is their responsibility and has nothing to do with me. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking monthly tickets, seeking rewards, seeking comments. Thank you for your support. Chapter 5. What are you saying or not, seeking flowers, commenting? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5. What are you saying or not, seeking flowers, evaluation tickets, monthly tickets, Kyoto Special Service Detachment 1 Team. In the interrogation room. The atmosphere is extremely tense. The cold iron gate roared in waves. Are you saying it or not? I advise you to be frank and lenient, and to resist and be strict, Comrade Sun Hang, you are still young. I advise you to speak quickly. The air conditioning temperature in the interrogation room was intentionally set very low. 2 special agents were shivering from the cold wearing thick coats. In the small interrogation room space, there is a cold stainless steel table with only one lamp placed on it. All the light from the desk lamp hit Sun Hang. Sun Hang had to squint his eyes to see the 2 special agents across from him. This is the standard equipment for special agents to interrogate suspects. The low temperature kept the suspect in a tense state. The ultra-high brightness of the desk lamp is transmitted to the brain through the suspect's visual nerve cells for stimulation. Keep the brain in a chaotic state. In this state, special agents can more conveniently interrogate the questions they want to know. Ask the suspect to fully disclose all the answers. After all, Sun Hang is not a person within the military industry system, nor is he an expert in various research institutes. This unauthorized processing of Javelin anti-tank missiles is considered a violation of the law. Sun Hang, let me ask you one last question. Are you saying it or not? Sun Hang is currently mentally and physically exhausted. When he demonstrated his developed Javelin anti-tank missile to his major clients. At the next moment, a few special agents from the sky grabbed ropes and slid down from the helicopter. Then several police cars and special agents surrounded Sun Hang like a tide. In the next moment, Sun Hang was immediately lifted up and entered a bulletproof vehicle. And the Javelin anti-tank missile he developed with an antimatter thruster and a focal plane intelligent self-sighting module was also installed in another bulletproof vehicle. Then Sun Hang was sent to this secret interrogation room, which was located in an unknown location. At this moment, Sun Hang was physically and mentally exhausted, hungry and thirsty. He hasn't eaten for 3 hours. I haven't drunk water for half an hour. Fortunately, Sun Hang was still free at this time, without handcuffs on his hands and feet. Besides the glaring light in front of me, the temperature in the environment is a bit low. At this moment, under the dazzling light, Sun Hang suddenly felt restless. Especially when the other party keeps interrogating themselves. Ask yourself whether to say it or not. Speak or not. In the next moment, Sun Hang slammed the stainless steel tabletop fiercely and angrily said. I've been in all day, and as soon as I come in, you can say. You're really asking, what exactly should I say? You don't ask. What should I say? The two special agents sitting opposite Sun Hang were stunned when they heard this. At the next moment, the special agent on the left awkwardly turned his head to look at his partner. So, didn't we ask anything? The companion next to him was also stunned at the words. It seems like he didn't ask anything, just let him say nothing. The key is, we don't know what to ask. As he spoke, he directly flicked a stack of documents in his hand. This pile of information is exactly some technical information related to Sun Hang's Javelin anti-tank missile. Antimatter thrusters involve high-energy physics data such as particle reducers and aluminum antimatter generation. A type of surface coating for throwing rocket launchers after use. Even material experts from the Academy of Sciences do not know how to make carbon fiber materials. The focal plane self-aiming module can easily aim and accurately strike objects the size of a 50-cent coin 20 kilometers away. Even capable of striking dynamic targets, including a fly flying in the air 20 kilometers away. This high-precision and cutting-edge equipment has completely exceeded the knowledge of all experts at the Longwa Academy of Sciences. Not to mention the two special agents in front of me. Even two special agents knew that even all the physics experts in the world could not analyze the high-precision technology used by Sun Hang's Javelin anti-tank missile system. Although these two special agents have received some training in weapons and equipment, how can they understand these high-precision and cutting-edge technical materials? After holding this information, I found it impossible to ask at all. This case cannot be tried at all General Staff Equipment Department. First Research Institute. Senior Weapon Engineer Hu Qinghe. Leading all artillery experts around the Javelin anti-tank missile developed by Sun Hang. While studying Hu Qing and other senior engineers, they were all amazed one by one. At the next moment, Hu Qinghe's deputy hurriedly ran over from the laboratory. Director, after our inspection of the warhead, Comrade Sun Hang's developed Javelin anti-tank missile has a launch point that is approximately the size of a grain of rice. When they heard their deputy speak, everyone took a deep breath of cold air. The Javelin anti-tank missile developed by Sun Hang weighs approximately 11.2 kilograms. A conventional American Javelin requires a firing point that accounts for at least 50%, which is over 10 pounds of gunpowder. The launch site of Sun Hang is only the size of a grain of rice. Less than 1%. This is really surprising. Seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking monthly tickets, seeking rewards, seeking comments, thank you for your support. Chapter 6. Antimatter Annihilation Reaction. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6 Antimatter Annihilation Reaction. It seems that the antimatter thruster developed by Sun Hang does not have any exaggerated elements. At this moment, Hu Qinghe also nodded and said. Many people know that in the future, our clean energy will mainly be nuclear fusion and fission. But they don't know that whether it's nuclear fusion or nuclear fission, energy is released by the fusion and fission of atomic nuclei, according to Einstein's mass-energy equation. E equals mc squared. The energy release from nuclear fusion is approximately 0.7% of the entire mass of matter. That is to say, nuclear power plants can only convert 0.7% of the mass of these elements into heat after nuclear fusion or fission, release it, and then boil the water to drive the turbine to generate electricity. Whether it is controlled nuclear fusion or nuclear fission, in fact, just like using coal to generate electricity, the water inside the boiler is heated to produce steam, which drives the turbine generator to generate electricity. And the antimatter thruster developed by Sun Hang. It utilizes the annihilation reaction of antimatter. According to Einstein's theory of special relativity and general relativity, all we can come into contact with in this world is positive matter. And any substance must have a corresponding antimatter. At the moment of contact between matter and antimatter, a state called annihilation reaction occurs. During the annihilation reaction, positive and negative matter can convert 100% of its own mass into energy and release it. So, in terms of the efficiency of energy release, the antimatter annihilation reaction can successfully release 100% of the mass and convert it into energy. And the process of releasing energy in nuclear fusion or fission is probably less than 1% of the process of antimatter annihilation reaction. This is the huge difference between the two. If controllable nuclear fusion is the clean energy that humanity needs to promote in the next 50 years. So antimatter thrusters are the high ground for scientific research that human scientists hope to achieve in the next 100 or even 200 years. There is no one. I didn't expect that the research on antimatter in Western countries is still in the theoretical stage, and Sun Heng actually achieved it directly. When I thought of this, suddenly everyone in the conference room of the first research institute was quiet and audible. In the next moment, everyone takes a look at Sun Heng's development of Javelin anti-tank missiles, and their eyes are filled with excitement. This is an antimatter thruster. At least more than 100 years from now, scientific research achievements are directly presented to them. How can we not keep these guests and experts excited one by one? The only regret is that Sun Heng only made an antimatter propulsion engine the size of a grain of rice, and he successfully launched this launch unit in the live broadcast room. In the future, we still need to carefully study Sun Heng's process of producing antimatter. Hu Qing has a laptop at hand. The video stored inside is the entire process of Sun Heng's live broadcast of selling goods and launching Javelin anti-tank missiles in the morning. Hu Qing and other experts from the rocket unit. I watched every process of Sun Heng very carefully, frame by frame. I firmly believe in Sun Heng's antimatter propulsion engine. If they could obtain the production process of Sun Heng's antimaterial propulsion device, then the national defense industry of Dragon Country, whether it is ordinary shells and missiles or aerospace, would make significant progress. Perhaps a pea-sized antimatter is enough to support intercontinental missiles for long-distance flights. Perhaps an egg-sized antimatter can propel a rocket directly up to 36,000 kilometers into low Earth orbit and into space. This is very beneficial for the current development of the national defense industry in the Dragon Kingdom. At this moment, there was a sound of footsteps coming from the corridor. The next deputy of Hu Qinghe walked in with a military shovel in hand. Hu Suo, comrade Sun Heng's development of this military shovel is not easy. Hu Qing and Wen Yan immediately looked over. At that time, they obtained the Javelin anti-tank missile developed by Sun Heng from the special agents. In addition, they also received a military shovel used by Sun Heng for digging soil. Hu Qinghe asked his other deputy to lead a few people to study what was special about Sun Heng's military shovel. Hu Qinghe and the others turned to look at the deputy, who was holding the shovel. Stainless steel shovel body. A wooden handle painted with military green paint. They couldn't see anything special about it. Hu Qinghe's deputy then pointed to a base path under the handle of the shovel. The most core technology of the military shovel developed by Sun Heng is on this base. Let me demonstrate to everyone. At the next moment, the deputy directly placed Sun Heng's military shovel on the table and then inserted it directly into the base. There is a universal joint on the base. The shovel can rotate 360 degrees when inserted into the base. When they saw what their assistant had taken out, everyone was immediately taken aback, seeking flowers, seeking evaluation tickets, seeking monthly tickets, seeking rewards, seeking comments. Thank you for your support. Chapter 7. Can you play ping pong and win? Seeking freshness. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 7. Can you play ping pong and win? Seeking flowers, evaluation tickets, monthly tickets. Upon hearing his deputy say that Sun Heng's military shovel was not easy, everyone felt a little curious in their hearts. But I thought it was just a broken shovel. What kind of tricks can we come up with? However, when Hu Qing and others saw his deputy and took out a pair of ping-pong rackets directly from his bag, suddenly, everyone was stunned. Didn't you just say you wanted to demonstrate to us what's special about the military shovel developed by Sun Hang? Why did you turn around and take out your ping-pong racket, kid? Before Hu Qinghe and others could figure it out, the next moment, the deputy picked up the ping-pong racket and knocked it over with a thud, using the military shovel developed by Sun Hang. The next shocking scene immediately appeared. Everyone saw when Sun Hang's military shovel flew over the table tennis net. The next buzzing sound. A burst of electromagnetic induction sound immediately sounded. Immediately after, Hu Qing and instinctively looked directly at his own arm. I brushed it a bit. He felt all the hair on his arm stand up straight. The next time Hu Qinghe looked directly at Sun Hang's military shovel. Immediately after, the military shovel shook left and right in place, slamming the ping-pong ball back with a loud bang. When the table tennis ball flew back to the assistant's side, the assistant fiercely pulled the ball back towards the direction of the military shovel. Next, each person will use a military shovel to separate the two sides of the table. There was a lot of interaction in the fight. The table tennis ball kept jumping and jumping between the two. Everyone just looked at each other in disbelief. When did a broken shovel become so powerful? Can you actually block a ping-pong ball? And you can also have contact with this assistant under your command. Hu Qinghe knew that his assistant was very skilled in table tennis. Can be considered an amateur 8th dan player. Even against professional table tennis players, one can at least play a few rounds back and forth. But at this moment, under the sharp attack of Sun Hang's military shovel, he gradually fell behind. What surprised Hu Qinghe and others the most was Sun Hang's military shovel, without anyone's control, even sent out spinning balls, rubbing balls, and curved balls in succession. The last direct counterattack was like this, where the assistant threw away their armor and armor. How can a broken shovel play table tennis? Is it crucial to win? Who can I reason with? Give me another person. Hu Qinghe gave a command. The next moment, another senior engineer who enjoys playing table tennis will go straight to the field. Play doubles with the former deputy and the military shovel developed by Sun Hang. Can't bully people, can't bully you with a shovel. After 5 minutes. Everyone sucked in the air conditioning. I lost again. Then another senior engineer joined in defiance. At the end, all 10 amateur 8-dan table tennis players that could be found in the first research institute were in line with Sun Hang's military shovel. 10 balls were flying around the room, looking dizzy. The most crucial thing is that Sun Hang's military shovel easily catches almost every ball. Then defeat each of these 10 senior engineer table tennis players one by one. This made everyone look at each other one by one, with a hint of disbelief flashing on their faces. Is this still a broken shovel? It's almost supernatural. At this level, even Chinese players can't handle it. What's even more surprising is still ahead. The next deputy arrived directly at the shooting training field of the first research institute, holding Sun Hang's military shovel and base. Hu Qing and others saw that the deputy put Sun Hang's shovel inside the bulletproof glass. Behind the military shovel is a target. Then the deputy picked up a handgun directly from 50 meters away. Bang 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 bang. Continuously pull the trigger. After all 30 bullets have been fired, the shocking scene immediately appeared. The weapon shovel seemed to have its own eyes and began to shake from side to side, and then began to beat the bullets to both sides with the shovel. All 30 bullets were blocked outside. Not a single bullet successfully hit the target behind. Of course, the surface of the shovel was also greatly damaged this time. After all, Sun Hang only uses ordinary 304 stainless steel. There are many craters on the surface of the shovel. Next, still unconvinced, he took out a submachine gun directly. Bang, bang, bang. A barrage of bullets went down, and the military shovel developed by Sun Heng still swung all dozens of bullets from the submachine gun left and right, hitting both sides. No bullet hit the target behind. At this moment, Hu Qing and the researcher behind him looked at each other with an incredulous expression on their faces. It's amazing that a broken shovel can play table tennis. At this time, they did not expect that this broken shovel could stop bullets. Especially submachine gun bullets with extremely high firing rates. If the front-line combat personnel had such a military shovel, it would be equivalent to several more lives. Even in the face of enemy gunfire, he can still hide behind this military shovel and calmly seek cover and shoot. This is a genius, can we all do it? Hu Qinghe couldn't help but blurt out and debuted. Looking for flowers, evaluation tickets, monthly tickets, comments, and a 1 yuan reward. Thank you for your support. Chapter 8. High Precision Radar, Seeking Flowers, Evaluating. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 8 High Precision Radar, Seeking Flowers, Evaluation Tickets, Monthly Tickets. After putting down the submachine gun, the assistant immediately retrieved the soldier's shovel. By this time, everyone had seen that the surface of the shovel developed by Sun Heng was almost flat. These are all 7.62 mm intermediate power bullets fired by submachine guns, creating densely packed craters. It is such an ordinary 304 stainless steel shovel that has blocked nearly 100 rounds of bullets, which is something everyone has never thought of. Hu saw, after careful screening, we found that the freely movable base under the shovel was installed with the Javelin anti-tank missile developed by Sun Heng, the same focal plane self-aiming module. When they heard this, Hu Qing and the others immediately took a deep breath of cold air one by one. Just now they have been paying attention to Sun Heng's Javelin anti-tank missile. They naturally knew that Sun Heng's development of the Javelin anti-tank missile anti-material thruster was their focus of attention. After all, this is the energy peak that humans will only be able to climb in the next 100 or even 200 years. The precise guidance module of the missile that they have been ignoring, the focal plane precise self-tracking module, is surprisingly powerful to such an extent. Let an ordinary military shovel be able to play table tennis and block bullets. So isn't it that Sun Heng's precise self-aiming module in the focal plane can not only guide the landing point of the projectile, but also accurately identify the attack and carry out defense? This is clearly a high-precision and cutting-edge radar. Seeing everyone take a deep breath of air here, a strange expression flashed on their faces. At the next moment, Hu Qinghe's phone rang directly. After he answered the phone, his eyes lit up and he then turned to the other people. Comrade Sun Heng has been sent by special agents to the downstairs of our first research institute. Welcome everyone downstairs as a group. The Javelin anti-tank missile produced by Sun Heng belongs to the technology that will only be available in the next 100 to 200 years, which has conquered all the military workers present here. Xiang Huqing and military workers like them admire the leading scientists the most. Although Sun Heng only graduated from a technical school, the thing he has created is unprecedented in the world. This is enough to make Hu Qing and others take it seriously. Normally, Sun Heng's hand-rubbing javelin and anti-tank missile would be enough for him to drink a pot in prison. At least work hard on a sewing machine for more than 10 years. However, now that Sun Heng has developed technology more than 100 years later, it is enough for Hu Qinghe to come forward and guarantee that Sun Heng will be directly released on bail. In a bulletproof car downstairs. At this moment, Special Agents Zheng Shan and his colleague Lu Yuexing were closely watching Sun Heng. Zheng Shan is completely speechless now. Yesterday, he personally led people to receive a report from the public that someone was rubbing anti-tank missiles with their hands. I originally intended for Sun Heng to step on the sewing machine, but I didn't expect Director Hu of the First Research Institute of the Equipment Department to personally guarantee and release Sun Heng on bail. Sun Heng is said to be a highly skilled and cutting-edge talent. But it was when Jiang Sunheng extracted it and escorted it to the first research institute of the General Staff Equipment Department. As soon as he left, Sunheng had another direct fight with someone. If it weren't for Director Hu constantly urging them, hurry up and send Sunheng over. At this moment, Zheng Shan really wanted to lock Sunheng up for 1 or 2 more days in the interrogation room. This is simply a thorn in the head. After some thought, Zheng Shan still took out an interrogation notebook directly from his pocket. There is also a related process for the special service team's work. If Sunheng got into a fight, he must directly complete the interrogation process. What is the relationship between the person you hit and you? Sunheng sat there, knowing that he had made another mistake in the fight after rubbing his hands against the anti-tank missile. At present, Sunheng said somewhat hesitantly. Friendly relationships. Zheng Shan was immediately stunned and exchanged a glance with his colleague Lu Yueshing. Strangely, he said. Friendly relationship, why do you still hit him? Sunheng rubbed his hand and confidently said. He hit me first. Zheng Shan and Lu Yueshing looked at each other. That's not right. After the two of us brought you out of the interrogation room just now, we personally escorted you throughout the process and didn't even see him attack you first. When did he hit you? Zheng Shan thought he was negligent and quickly asked. Sunheng felt a bit embarrassed and said. When I was in elementary school. Zheng Shan was drinking water, and he just took a sip of water and it came out. His face was filled with a look of shock, as he looked at Sunheng incredulously. Why did you graduate from university and still remember when your friend hit you in elementary school? How big are you, this guy? As if sensing the thoughts of Zheng Shan and Lu Yueshing, Sunheng continued to rub his hands and said. I am not steadfast in implementing the spirit of a gentleman seeking revenge, which will last for 10 years, after hitting me in elementary school, it has been exactly 10 years since then. With a popping sound. Sitting next to Lu Yueshing. Finally, I couldn't help but break through the defense. Do you still have a reason? I probably feel that it's not appropriate to laugh like this during such a serious interrogation session. Lu Yueshing quickly turned her head, but her shoulders were trembling wildly. It is obvious that Lu Yueshing endured a smile and worked very hard. She can't hold back any longer. I haven't seen any suspects like Lu Yueshing before, it's the first time I've seen someone like Sunheng. Looking for flowers, evaluation tickets, monthly tickets, comments, and a 1 yuan reward. Thank you for your support. Chapter 9. Chaowen Dao Anti-Tank System, Seeking Flowers. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 9 Chaowen Dao Anti-Tank System, Seeking Flowers, Evaluation Tickets, Monthly Tickets. When Sunheng got off the car, he was immediately warmly received by Hu Qing and others. Immediately after, Sunheng was pulled into a laboratory. It has to be said that the laboratory under the First Research Institute of the General Staff Equipment Department is very well equipped. Sunheng directly built a particle reducer in the laboratory of the General Staff Equipment Department and successfully made some aluminum antimatter. At this moment, Sunheng still felt a little uneasy in his heart. He knew that Hu Qinghe had personally released himself on bail, but Sunheng was still a dangerous person with anti-tank missiles in his hands. At that time, the special forces had raised the danger level of Sunheng significantly. Arrange someone to follow you when going to the bathroom. If it weren't for my own innocence, I probably would have gone in and stepped on the sewing machine at this time. Zheng Shan and Lu Yueshing have always been guarding Sunheng's side. The next moment, when Hu Qing and the others saw Sunheng take out an antimatter the size of a grain of rice, they were all excited one by one. Especially Sunheng successfully hit a mineral water bottle 20 kilometers away with his self-made Javelin anti-material anti-tank missile. Everyone's eyes flashed with a fervent expression. The conventional Javelin anti-tank system can hit up to 2 kilometers, while Sunheng's design has an accuracy of up to 20 kilometers. Accurately hit a target the size of a 50-cent coin. This has pushed the missile industry of the entire Dragon Kingdom to a peak. As the Dragon Kingdom becomes increasingly powerful, the national defense and military industry development of the Dragon Kingdom have gradually become stronger. The older generation of military workers, in order to develop 2 bombs and 1 satellite, without computer assistance, forcefully typed out 2 bombs and 1 satellite using an abacus. The first satellite to fly into the sky was the shape created by the older generation of level 8 fitters, who used their own hammers to knock it out bit by bit. The conditions for the older generation of military workers are very difficult. But they still sacrificed their youth, even their lives, for the defense of their own country. Nowadays, the new generation of military workers in the Dragon Kingdom have improved various conditions and are racing against time to contribute to the military industry strength of their own country. Hu Qinghe thought for a moment and handed Sun Hang a notebook, saying, "Comrade Sun Hang, according to the convention in our military industry, every product developed by scientific researchers is like our child. So, you have the right to choose your own name for this antimatter missile." Sun Hang's anti-tank missile has an anti-material thruster and a focal plane self-sighting module. According to the world's precedent for weapons and equipment, the first developers are qualified to name him. For example, the fighter jet of the Dragon Kingdom is called the Xiaolong fighter jet. And the 5th generation fighter of Lighthouse is called the Raptor fighter. And every military worker can personally name the weapons and equipment they have personally developed, which is regarded as an honor. After all, perhaps in a few decades, this equipment will still be used by frontline soldiers. To shield the soldiers on the front line from wind and rain. To safeguard the country. This is an honor, and at this point, this honor must be handed over to Sun Hang, who will personally name it. Sun Hang pondered for a moment before speaking leisurely. Recently, I have been reading our own traditional works. I feel that I have benefited greatly from studying ancient classics. I'll name this anti-tank missile, Chaowen anti-tank system. Hu Qing and his eyes lit up immediately upon hearing this. At the bottom of my heart is a secret passage. Hearing the Tao in the morning and dying in the evening is a hope that ancient people had for their own ideals. Chaowen said, "Anti-tank system, good. I didn't expect Comrade Sun Hang to be such an idealistic young man, it's really a blessing for our country. The pillar of the future country, truly deserving of its name." Others have the same idea in their hearts. At this moment, even Jing Shan and Lu Yuexing looked at Sun Hang with a more respectful expression in their eyes. Especially the moon star. I never expected the suspect who was just interrogated to be so patriotic. The naming of weapons and equipment follows traditional culture. It has to be said that this has refreshed Lu Yuexing's view on Sun Hang. However, what surprised everyone was that in the next moment, Sun Hang's words directly deceived everyone. Sun Hang's eyes flashed with a hint of hatred towards evil, and his words were cold and he said. The meaning of Chaowen Dao is. Don't let my focal plane self-scanning radar search module find which street you live on. Hehe, if I can locate your house number, my antimatter thruster and anti-tank missile can fly directly to your house at night, bombarding you. Don't worry, I won't be able to find it. My antimatter thruster, as long as the antimatter reaches the size of an egg, can fly around the blue star. If the antimatter thruster is the size of a football, it can fly around the blue star at least 5.5 times. We can always find you. A gentleman seeks revenge, only vying for the day and night. Overnight counts me as the loser. Hu Qinghe said, what? Lu Yuexing. Is that how you explain Chaowen Dao? Why circle the earth 5.5 times? Are you particularly fond of Yulmei milk tea? Seeing the gaze of the people around him, Sun Hang immediately felt a bit puzzled and said. What, is my statement unreasonable? Everyone around nodded desperately. Very logical. Looking for flowers, evaluation tickets, monthly tickets, comments, and a 1 yuan reward. Thank you for your support. Chapter 10. This kind of person, unable to provoke, seeking flowers. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 10. This kind of person, can't provoke, seeking flowers, evaluation tickets, monthly tickets, but for a moment, no one could refute it. Around the blue star 5.5 times. Others may not be able to do it yet, but Sun Hang's antimatter thruster and focal plane self-aiming radar can really do it. You said you're not angry. Also, why do you always glance at Zheng Shan and Lu Yueshing from the Special Forces when you talk? I'm too vengeful. Sun Hang is careful, otherwise he wouldn't have been beaten by someone in elementary school. 10 years later, when he saw him decisively, he would have beaten him back. Yesterday, Zheng Shan of the Special Service Team arranged for several subordinates to ask him nothing and asked him not to say anything. These grudges are all remembered in Sun Hang's hatred notebook. Zheng Shan's Special Forces Team now ranks very high on the hate little book. The second-ranked student was one of my middle school classmates who beat me. Of course, Sun Hang would not use missiles to bombard them, so it would be either a matter of stepping on the sewing machine or a result of eating peanuts. You cannot do anything that violates the law. Anyway, the days ahead will be long, and the Secret Service team will always have their own time. Zheng Shan felt Sun Hang's gaze and immediately took a cold breath. My scalp is numb. How did you offend this master? Then he quickly said to Lu Yueshing. Find a time tonight and bring along Xiao Wang and Xiao Li who interrogated Sun Hang yesterday to apologize well to Sun Hang. He satisfies every request he makes, this kind of person is not worthy of being provoked. Are you joking? I have always remembered the incident of being beaten in elementary school, and I will seek revenge when we meet 10 years later. If Sun Hang misses this, then there's still a good thing to do. Zheng Shan doesn't want to worry about missiles hovering above his head every day. Sun Hang's explanation of Chaowen Dao overturned everyone's ideas. However, they cannot refute it. After all, Sun Hang is the developer of this antimatter thruster and anti-tank missile, and only he is qualified to name it this way. After thinking about it for a while, Hu Qinghe finally took out a form and personally registered the Chaowen Dao anti-tank missile system. Prepare the transaction for approval by the organization. After finishing these tasks, Hu Qinghe immediately called Sun Hang into a conference room. Comrade Sun Hang, because you developed the Chaowen Dao anti-tank missile, it has still caused a great negative impact on society. I'm afraid your military product store won't be able to continue opening. The Special Service Team also does not allow Sun Hang to continue opening that boutique shop. After all, if anyone is placing a customized order for Sun Hang. If he could produce airplanes, tanks, and cannons, Sun Hang might really be able to improve his skills. That would be impossible for the Dragon Kingdom to let such a genius figure wander outside. We plan to hire you as a senior weapons engineer at the First Research Institute, with a monthly salary of 50,000 yuan. Of course, our First Research Institute, as a confidential unit, has relatively good welfare benefits. With a combination of miscellaneous items, we usually earn around 70,000 to 80,000 yuan per month. Do you have any intention of joining our military industry unit and working together on research and development? Although Hu Qing and his mouth said it was a discussion. But Sun Hang knew that he had no choice at all. The Chaowen Dao anti-tank missile and anti-material production technology developed by Sun Hang. But no one dares to let themselves continue to wave outside. Either join. Either you can only choose to step on the sewing machine. Originally, when Hu Qinghe said that he couldn't continue looking at his military product store, Sun Hang was quite saddened. After all, I am just a technical school graduate and to be honest, I cannot find any good jobs in society. But the next moment, when he heard that he could enter the First Research Institute of the General Staff Equipment Department, Sun Hang's eyes lit up. A confidential unit like the First Research Institute may appear relatively old and located in a remote area from the outside world. However, Sun Hang's lunch at the cafeteria of the first research institute was really eye-opening. All kinds of delicious food are completely self-service and easy to eat. The aunt who served rice didn't even shake her hands. Give as much food as you want, it's super practical. Moreover, Hu Qinghe offered himself such high treatment. To be honest, Sun Hang is still very satisfied with this. Without further ado, the employment contract has been signed. Looking for flowers, evaluation tickets, monthly tickets, comments, and a 1 yuan reward. Thank you for your support.